We toured heavily for 12 to 15 years. We toured the whole country. We recorded, produced, released 10 albums of our own. We created an ad for Coca-Cola that ran in 1977 throughout North America. Had 2 albums distributed in Europe. Toured with the Allman Brothers for 5 summers on the southern leg of their summer tour. It was fantastic. I definitely was living the dream at that point. And there came a time, though, after my first child was born in 2001, and things were still good, but we were having to travel quite a bit. During that time, my mother had passed away. I had returned to Brevard to visit, and was sitting at my dad's house by myself, and had this, oh my gosh, this place is incredible. What was I thinking? Right? So that is when I started thinking, okay, how do I get back here? What can I do once I get back here? Fortunately, the band was still thriving. I was able to make that transition pretty easily. So we still toured pretty heavily, but I had moved back here in the late 90s, mid to late 90s. But then my child was born in 2001, and realized quickly I did not want to be on the road anymore. I would come back after 2 weeks out, and the changes in her were profound. Any of you who are parents, you understand what that's like. So that was really the impetus for me getting off the road, getting off of the artistic side, and then figuring out how do I take what I've learned in a band and translate that into something here. Well, nothing was clear to me at all, and so I sort of stiff-armed the music business altogether at that point, and got into construction, tried some other things. Phil and I had developed this relationship. I would bounce ideas off of him, and he was always very supportive, and but it just never quite got me here the way that music did. And so what happened was 2001, 2002, Acoustic. Most of you know the story of Acoustic. Acoustic closes, moves out. We did a free concert down the other end of Main Street in 2001. This was pre-White Squirrel. This was actually the lead into what would become White Squirrel Festival. And we just felt like, being local guys here, knowing a lot of the families that were affected by the Acoustic and DuPont closings, that we just wanted to do something to help sort of uplift people, kind of celebrate at least what we have here right now. So we did this free show, and enter Phil Davis. White Squirrel Festival. White Squirrel Festival. The Heart of Brevard office. And so the following year, we did the first White Squirrel Festival. And so I called in a bunch of favors. I got a bunch of artists to come in that I had toured around with back in the day, and said, come to Brevard, it's a great place. Don't really have any money, but we'll take care of you. Have a good time. You can play in the woods, and so we did, and it was a great success. And it was at that point that I realized I really love doing this. I'm not performing anymore, but I'm presenting music that I feel like affects people, takes them to a different place, and so this is what I'm going to do. And so it was not an easy transition. Obviously, kids to feed, mortgage, all that kind of stuff started. So I was doing what a lot of folks who come to Brevard, and you spend any time here, you realize folks that are here, they're here because they want to be. They're here with intention, but they have to juggle 2 or 3 things to kind of make things work financially. And we call it the Brevard Shuffle. And so I was doing the Brevard Shuffle for a number of years, but